This is the episode you've all been waiting for today. Well, that is of course if you've been wanting to know about a certain Pokemon's evolution. Listen to me being all ambiguous when the title clearly says today's theory. But that's the breaks though. Sometimes titles do give away the theory. Well, that's fine, but it is time for me to discuss if Garchomp evolved from Sharpedo, or perhaps it was the other way around. So stay tuned for today's theory. This theory has been requested over and over, and I can understand why. The Pokemon community has a fascination with things that look similar. Even if anything remotely looks the same, people instantly draw conclusions that it must be linked in some way. It seems silly, and many times there is no connection, but still, people really want to know if there is some kind of link, like with how Ash looks similar to Red. But most of the time, it turns out to just be an opinion without hard evidence to back it up. The same idea can be applied to Garchomp and Sharpedo. But maybe some people out there don't know much about these Pokemon, so let's take a brief look at them. Let's begin with Sharpedo, the brutal Pokemon. This third generation Pokemon is found in the waters of the Hoenn region. Sharpedo is a powerful and dangerous Pokemon, often considered to be the torpedo of the sea, sinking many ships. Sharpedo evolves from Carvanha, a Pokemon that takes after the piranha. Both Sharpedo and Carvanha have a similar star pattern, and Sharpedo can Mega Evolve as well, though Sharpedo does not naturally evolve into anything else. Garchomp is the Mach Pokemon, and is a 4th generation Pokemon known to be found in the Sinnoh region. This Pokemon cannot be found in the wild, and is considered to be similar to a jet plane when flying. Garchomp is a fully evolved Pokemon that can Mega Evolve as well, and even though it is ground dragon type, it can fly very fast. Now that we know a little bit about both Pokemon, let's address a few interesting things that may support or debunk this theory. We know that 3,000 years ago, a great war broke out, resulting in the creation of Mega Evolution in certain regions. We also know that the Hoenn region was battered with many meteors as well. Both Sharpedo and Garchomp Mega Evolve in a very similar way to each other. Both look similar and have a similar star, and both are considered to be fast-moving objects in their own environments. It's almost as if Sharpedo is just Garchomp's head. But how would this theory be true if it were possible? After all, there is no hard evidence to support this, just some decent speculation. If we consider how a fish became more like land creatures in its evolution, we can grasp the basic understanding of how Sharpedo may have become Gible. If in Hoenn, several meteors hit and caused a massive tidal wave and washed multiple Sharpedos north to the Sinnoh region, perhaps the difference in the sea and the water type would create a situation where the Sharpedos and Carvanhas were required to evolve to survive. If the Sharpedo that were displaced to Sinnoh were forced from the waters, then they would have to evolve, adapt, growing legs to survive on land. And that would turn them into Gible, since Garchomp aren't found in the wild. This change would alter the evolutionary line and would make sense since Garchomps are not often found in the Hoenn region. On the flip side, if a Gible was displaced from its natural environment, perhaps this would change its evolutionary path. Maybe it was abandoned or released by its trainer visiting Hoenn long ago. Maybe a natural disaster like a meteor or an earthquake trapped a large portion of Gibles on an island or in a water plentiful region like Hoenn. Being in such a water plentiful region and trapped on an island of some kind could force evolution, making Gible more like a piranha instead. And instead of using its arms and legs, it would swim and adapt to the area more for survival. After thousands of years, this would cause the Pokemon to become a different creature entirely. And it isn't the first time a Pokemon's altered its own evolution. Remember Cubone using a skull and altering itself. Eevee can evolve into multiple Pokemon, and Bagon desired to fly so much that it altered its own evolutionary line and became a flying dragon. And stranger things have happened, like a surfing Rhydon, a flying Pikachu, and a Slowking that can use flamethrower. The idea that Sharpedo can evolve into Garchomp is possible as well as the other way around. So the next time someone says they're an expert on evolution, ask them if they know about the Garchomp Sharpedo theory, and maybe you can teach them something new. I've been your host, Protomario. Please give me a like if you enjoyed the video, and if you think I am wrong, feel free to comment down below with why. Thanks for watching. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go visit Kano's 8th gym. See you next time, Pokemaniacs. Thanks for watching my video and making it to the end. If you want to see my theories a day early, make sure to head over to my Patreon, where donators get a day early viewing of my newest theories. And follow me over on Twitter to see my updates about certain videos and access to some cool unlisted hidden content as well. If you don't have Twitter, I am on Tumblr too, so be sure to check out my videos on your preferred social networks or subscribe here on good old YouTube. I've been on YouTube for a while now, and I don't plan on going anywhere soon, so I hope you keep supporting me by liking the video and sharing it where you can on Facebook or Twitter or other forums as well. Thank you again for taking a bit of time out to support me, and I hope to see you here next time on Pokemon Theory. Please note that in all my videos, if I use images from Google, that I do not own any of those images, and all images obtained from Google are owned by their respective owners and copyrights. So please remember this when watching my Pokemon theories. Thanks.